Right. Yeah, even one of those hats, man. That thing's nice.
Like that.
You don't piece.
Hope Dealer. I actually stole it from Randy. It's her hat.
That's a woman's hat you're wearing?
Yes, it's a woman's hat I'm wearing, but it's pretty dope. So I
Yeah.
figured I'd throw it on for this episode.
I dig
Give her some street cred, you know?
it. Dude, I'm so run down, and it's only Thursday. Like, I honestly thought last night, like, hardcore, like, I had coronavirus.
Dude, me too.
Like, this is what
It's
happened.
funny. It's literally funny you said that because like Rand didn't feel good yesterday, and like she actually like threw up in the morning, and I'm like, if her tubes weren't tied, I'd be like, she was fucking pregnant. God damn, you know.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where like I've just had like this nasally thing for like weeks now, and it's not like I'm like coughing, dying, anything. It's just like like when you get that piece of phlegm stuck down there, and like sometimes you cough and it shoots out of nowhere, or something like that. I've had something like that, but it's just like giving you that sinus pressure. But I think it also has to do with one, it's been extremely cold out and dry.
Yeah, we got humidifiers in like every room now.
Yeah, dude, I got the humidifier. I'm in my living room, well, my kitchen/living room right now. And I got the humidifier. I got like one of these big mamma jammas that like just pours it out right by the fireplace because that's like one of the main things we use for heat.
Yeah.
But I mean, like even up in my room, I keep it super cold. Like, but the air outside, I think, has just been super dry. Because like, if you even notice the difference in snow, the snow was like dust.
Yeah.
Like trying to pick it up and shovel it, it would just be like.
Like Marbury, just like throw the powder up in the air and everything.
It's like, or what was that movie where he would like pour the baby powder in his hand and slap somebody in the face with it?
Oh yeah. How high?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I worked all day yesterday, and then I knew I was gonna train. So throughout the day, I had the phlegm, and both my kids are sick. So I'm like, all right, they probably got me sick, whatever.
Yeah.
So I went to go train. Even before I was training, like I felt like I'm like, all right, is it just a cold coming on, or do I feel like am I getting lightheaded? So I checked my temperature at the door. It's like 97.3. So I'm like, all right, I'm fine. Go upstairs, go to train. I get like 3 sessions in, and I feel like I'm just dead.
Yeah.
Like I'm dead. And then now my stomach's acting up. So I'm like, all right, did I eat something wrong? I got like food poisoning. So I took a hot shower, went home, and from like 8 to like midnight had the spins, like couldn't stand up, like had to sit down. And I'm like, oh geez, like don't tell me like especially I start to worry because I got the baby there and everything. So then go jump into bed, can't fall asleep. I lay down. You ever when you drink a lot and you go to lay down?
That restless, like you're sleeping but you're not sleeping, and you're just like, I'm so fucking exhausted, but I can't stop twitching and moving and everything else.
So I was doing that and did that till about like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then woke up at like 6 because the baby woke up and had to get Nia ready for like school. So, but then I'm like, all right, let me try and drink some water. So I ended up like drinking like over 80 ounces of water. Turns out I was dehydrated. As soon as I put all that water in me, like I even felt like energized. Like I had like a cup of coffee.
Yeah, so it's funny, dude. It's so weird you just said that because like literally yesterday, I kind of felt similar, and I slammed like ran gets these like 50-ounce bottles of water, like the big man. So I just grabbed one in the morning, and I just sucked that thing down until I couldn't like drink anymore. Got it done like quick, and then I just kept hammering water, and I was like, oh, I feel so much better because we do train a lot, and in the winter, like you don't drink as much water as you would in the summer just because it's not hot. Like that's how my body works. Like I'll drink water, but I don't drink it like where like I would walk around with a gallon in the summer or something like that. In the winter, I'm like, I'm cold. I don't feel like I want to touch it.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I found recently last couple of times I've been sick, like I just drink a lot of water and I instantly feel better. And plus I drink so much coffee too. And probably the energy drinks probably don't help either. So
yeah, I know. Well, that was like, it was funny you said that though, because like even today a little bit, like I trained this morning like hard, and I had like a hard session, but we didn't do a ton of rolls. It was just like maybe 4 or 5 high intensity rolls from like not super warmed up. So you know how like you get that like, oh God, like your hands and everything. So I got like that. Then I had to do a couple things, got something to eat. I literally came home and I just put my face in the pillow for like 20 minutes. head hurts. I'm like snotty. I feel weird. And then I was like getting dizzy and all that other stuff. And then I've just like started hammering water, hammering water. So
Yeah.
I feel better now. But like you get dehydrated. And a lot of times, like when you get seriously dehydrated, like it brings on a lot of symptoms of a lot of other things that, like,
Mhm.
headaches, this, that, all that stuff. And it's like, you need water, man.
It can feel like the flu, honestly. If you're severely dehydrated, it can feel like
Oh,
you have the
yeah.
flu.
Oh,
Like I tell
yeah.
a lot of people when you're training, like, yeah, drink water because you don't realize, especially if you drink a lot of coffee, because coffee just pulls the water out of you. So I'm like, drink water, because yeah, you'll feel like, like run down. You'll be sleepy all day. Like, freaking pass out at my desk this morning. Like, it was
Yeah.
nuts.
Well,
Um,
that's good to pass out your desk during work hours, you lazy fuck.
well, I mean, it's
Nah, I
better
get
to
it,
do
bro.
it
No,
at my
dude, you're
house than at the office.
you're in the trenches, bro. Like you're in the trenches right now. You got two little ones, and the sleep's fucked up, and it's cold and flu season, and it's well. Oh, sorry, no, it's Corona season. There's no cold or flu anymore.
No, they don't. It
Um,
doesn't.
yeah, it doesn't exist. Does not exist.
No,
Nothing.
absolutely.
Cancer, AIDS,
No,
nothing
no,
exists.
no,
Nothing.
no.
Um, but like everybody forgets that you get run down this time of year. Like I get the sinus infections and stuff like that around December, January, February every year.
Yeah. And
It's
plus,
like, what?
you're not on the sun either, too. Like being out in the sun, just going for like a quick walk or something, dude, can like wake you up. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because like I mean, even it was funny. We posted something like when the snowstorm was this year.
yeah,
This time last year, my kids were in like long sleeves walking down the street. We were like running mailboxes and shit in
yeah,
February. This year, it was like the snow was up past our kids' eyes,
yeah,
and we're supposed to get like snow every day next week now or something.
yeah. We're supposed to get another big storm on Thursday, so whatever. I don't know. It's so funny talking to
You
people
can't,
like,
you can't. If you're not seeing the video, I'm doing this to myself.
I got a consultant I work with out in Seattle, and he says like, "Oh yeah, we got snow coming." I'm like, "Oh, how much you got?" He's like, "Oh, probably like 3 inches." They're getting ready to like shut the town down, like state of emergency. I'm like, God, I like,
Yeah, but you know what? You know what's crazy? Like in the beginning, like when we get inches, they're like, "Shut the school down," blah blah blah.
yeah,
Everybody's like, "Oh, it's so bad out this," and you forget because like Jersey, like used to get a lot of snow all the time, but like we got these 3 feet of snow, and now it will snow like 3 4 inches on a day, and you're like, "We can't shut everything down. We got to keep moving."
yeah, you
And
can't.
it's like even if you're getting 4 to 5 inches, you're like, "Oh, we're gonna just keep doing what we're doing," you know?
Yeah, you're just over it at that point. You're just like, I got shit that's got to get done. So yeah,
I
I
can't
got to
just
keep going.
go into like, "Oh, snow day mode."
No, those don't exist. Snow days don't exist anymore because of this. You're home, you don't. Yeah,
Yeah, we talked about this. Like, dude, they just mean work now,
yeah,
you
that's
know?
it.
But that's the other thing too. Like, it's like one of those things. Bring it back to the vid, bro. Like, when
Mhm.
is enough is enough? It's been a year. Like, you can't. It comes down to almost the equivalent of like snow. Like, yeah, you get that big wave, you get that big hit of snow, and then you're like,
Yeah,
all right, there's snow in our lives. We got to shovel it. We got to salt it. We got to, do
yeah,
what we got to do, but we got to keep moving.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's it, man. I can't. Yeah,
so
too much going on at the moment. You know, I mean, you obviously know.
I
It's
live
just
it.
yeah,
I live it, son.
yeah. Shit, what else is going on? Oh, you see, Nicky Ryan got hurt, man. He's out of who's number one against Roberto Jimenez.
That's a shame because I was actually like I don't watch a ton of jujitsu, but
Hmm.
it was something I was looking forward to.
That would have been a good match. Like I'm excited for that one as well as like Ronaldo against like Craig Jones. Like I think that's gonna be a match.
The last two we talked about, I'm excited to like see that if I can get them or like watch the highlights or whatever. But like
Yeah.
definitely, I like this card's legit. Did you see Gio Martinez and
Hmm.
who else? Who's he going against? Junie.
Yeah, Junior Casio.
Yeah, and then I think there's what is that, PJ Barch or whatever. He's going against somebody.
Somebody that kid from I think from Pedigo, the Pedigo submission camp.
I think
Uh
so. So the
yeah.
and the two chicks, I forgot their names.
Danielle Kelly and another I think she's out I think the other one's out of I don't think she's out of Atis. I
Fight
know who you're
Sport,
talking about. Yeah, I think so.
Cyborg Gym.
Yeah.
I think so too. So I think the card looks stacked.
No, the cards look good. I mean, it's cool because now, so now Gordon's stepping in to fight Roberto. Which I think it's like, everyone's like, oh, it's an easy win for Gordon. But it's like, like in my thing, like the kid's young, like he just wants to go against everyone, and he has that going for him. Even Gordon today, when I interviewed him, it's like he reminds me of like a younger me. He just wants to fight everyone. He doesn't give a shit. So
Hmm.
I mean, he has it going for him. So who knows, man?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, fuck, bro. Anybody can get choked on any day.
Yeah,
Anybody can fuck up and leave a leg out or something like that. I mean, Gordon's a lot bigger than him.
yeah,
Um, and Roberto, dude, I don't know, man. You never know, bro. Like, I'm not seeing Gordon lose,
yeah,
but I wouldn't be surprised if Roberto surprised him with some shit.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
because of how scrappy and how like squirrely he is. But I mean, Gordon does a good job of just shutting that shit down.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. I
grabbing
watched.
you in like the slow, painful death. Like,
Yeah, well, you watch like his ADCC performance. It was just slow, consistent pressure, man. It wasn't like crazy. And plus, too, you went in there with like a broken hand and everything. So, yeah, he just smashed dudes, man, which was it was pretty
and it was
impressive.
crazy. He being such a young guy, he beat everybody in the world with basically one hand. Yeah,
Yeah, when you
insane.
think about it, like he's like you watch his hand cast it up, and like, oh, would you like sprain? He's like, no, the hand was full on broken, and like I
Oh,
couldn't
what's the
even use
dude?
it.
He got it caught in his fucking like he has like one of those like electric bikes.
Yeah, he
So
got
like
the wheel or
it
something.
broke it and like he put it over his back to like carry it and like
Yeah,
I guess some freak accident where the gas like stuck so his hand was like in between right here and it just
yeah.
broke like it burned it down.
Yeah, which that sounds painful.
Yeah, that sounds
So
like it's not something good that you would want to happen before the big marry your life.
yeah, but
And
hey,
then he
man,
shows up like a fucking gangster and does
yeah,
it.
he pulled it off, man. So I don't know. I think either way, I think it's going to be a good match. I mean, the whole card's going to be pretty awesome. So it's good. I think it's nice when you see people like, and Gordon even said like nobody wants to compete against him because they're afraid to lose. Like honestly, everyone he's reached out to, he's just like, come on, like fight me, like nobody. So I think it says a lot about Roberto to like actually just be like, fuck it, like I'll do it.
He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
He's expected to lose. So if he beats Gordon Ryan, like that's like the biggest like kick to his career ever.
yeah.
And like I don't know if Gordon's just stepping in to try to stay active because nobody will compete against him,
I think
or
so, definitely.
I think that's a bit of it. And I mean, he just had a big move. He just did a lot of stuff. I'm sure he's dumping money out. I'm sure money's not coming in as quick as it was because you can't do seminars and this and that and
Yeah,
where he's traveling around doing that. I mean, that could have been, $100 to $250,000 worth of his income a year that he just got dropped off. So he might be trying to make that up too. I mean, he's got.
yeah,
I know he pretty much supports like his whole family. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't
yeah,
know, but it looks like from what he talks,
yeah. I
it's
don't
not coming on his bank account or his fucking Skype calls.
know.
you know,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like too, like even like training with like your guys, I'm like starting to get that itch a little bit. That I kind of want to like go out in there and compete just to see, kind of shake off the rust a little bit, man.
but dude, I know I got like all my guys, my young wrestlers. They're like
Yeah.
who competed since like college or something. They're like, I'm good, coach. When's tournament's coming? When's tournament's coming? They're always asking me.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. I don't know unless you want to go down south or something. Like there's nothing gonna be up here. I think for a while. I
That's what
mean,
I said too. So, but I picked up a couple more wrestlers, and then I picked up a guy. He should be coming in. He's like former like two-time Ohio State high school
oh,
state place winner, wrestled at Kent State and was an All-American.
oh,
He's
that should be fun.
he's like my size.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, he was scrappy dappy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It
said
just
good
doesn't
day.
make.
True.
Yeah, it just doesn't make me feel that much better. It's like, all right, I already know my stand-up like shit, so now I'm gonna go with all these guys. Like,
Yeah, but whatever, bro. That's how it gets better.
I know. It's just
Listen, you know what the
fuck
tough
it.
part is you spent all this time not getting tooled in jujitsu, so now you can have competitive roles, and then it's
Yeah.
going into something else. You're like, oh, the white belt again, and I'm gonna get in
Oh
trouble
yeah. Oh yeah.
for months or years until it's just big, 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 big.
Yeah. It's the most. It keeps you humble, which is nice. So it's just like my favorite thing about it. Like you feel good, but it's also a reminder too that you're not done. Like
There's so much to learn.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even had my brown belt for a year, and I was like, I'm feeling like okay and pretty good. And then once you get back to stand up, either it's gi or no gi, you're like, shit, man, I got so much like left to learn, which it feels like shit, but then it feels good at the same time, like
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, but that's why I like it because there's always like a new technique, a new sweep, a new
always something.
situation. It doesn't get old.
Yeah, and there's always shit that you just randomly find during a roll too, which like it's something that you can patent, essentially make your own. People don't, people never see it come.
Dude, it's art. It's art.
Yeah,
It's moving art. It's physical art. It's
yeah,
art. It's combat art. It's just a different thing. We don't use a canvas. We use a mat.
yeah, yeah. Essentially, so it's good. I mean, granted, all the shit that happens, like we're still at least able to do this. Like
You know why? Because it
what?
comes back to this, Drew. Comes
Oh,
back to this. I'm gonna give you a
here it
lot
comes.
right here.
Here it comes.
The shit that is going on in our world
Uh-huh.
will only continue to get worse if we continue to keep allowing it.
Gotcha.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I hear you.
mask.
Mm-hmm.
Only way a mask works is if we all comply.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Did you
So,
send me that video of that guy? He had
what?
like
Fucking mask off. Fucking mask.
no, he wasn't dancing, but he was outside and it was like cold out. When you can like see your breath. So he had a table with like six different masks on him, and he's like the droplets that you see are like it just think that coronavirus travels on these droplets. So he puts a regular paper mask on and he breathes really heavily. And of course you see all the fog or like the breath coming out of the mask. So he stacks on two masks, does it again. It still like comes out. He pulls those off. He puts on a cloth mask, same thing. Then he puts on double cloth mask, still the same thing. And then he put on some like high tech mask. I didn't know what it was. And he breathed, and it like there was a significant difference, but they're still like coming out. Like so he was trying to show. He's like, this is when they say like one mask versus two, it's kind of hard to see. Like I'm breathing into it, and it's not really stopping it. Only when they have like just really like high tech masks, it's somewhat stopping my breath from getting all over the place. So
Hey, Drew, I consider you an intelligent human being.
no, thank you.
Okay. Does any of
Yeah.
this make fucking sense? It makes zero sense.
Uh, my biggest thing with like the mask, like you and I talked about, like especially when you're like outside, I'm like I don't understand the concept. Or driving in your car or things like that. I'm like, all right, that I don't feel that's necessary. Now when we get into the spots like where we're in like tight quarters and things like that, listen, I get it. Not everyone takes care of themselves. Not a lot of people are healthy. So you're trying to, in a sense, you're doing this to protect the people around you. And guess what? I got relatives, I got family members who are in their 70s and 80s who like, hey, guess what? If they get sick and I were to get sick, who's gonna come out of it, on the higher end, most likely me. So it's trying to protect, but there's some situations where I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like walking into a restaurant with a mask on, then sitting at my table and taking my mask off, and you're not even a table away from me, and we're having a conversation. I'm kind of like, I don't know, just there's something inside like that doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, how are we, you know, how are we creating
So,
less of risk?
so there was a lot in that explanation you just gave me. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna dissect it a little bit.
yeah,
So this is what I'm saying. They put you in a state of mind where you're
mhm,
questioning your own logic because in the beginning of your explanation, you're like, yeah, it doesn't make sense outside this, and that. Then you went to, well, if grandma's there because they've been telling you you're going to kill grandma for years
mhm,
over somebody else, and you don't know if you're sick and you don't know any of this. Like, okay, now you're like, oh, I understand the mask. But then you go back out to a restaurant and you're like, I don't fucking get why they're having me wear a mask, but it's the same scenario. If any of those patrons in that thing was your grandmother or any of those old people, it would
yeah,
put you back into that frame of mind of like, oh, I'm going to kill grandma. So
yeah,
right there, and I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying, like right there, that thought process just contradicted itself.
yeah. And like I said,
But this is
like
what
when
I'm
you think
saying.
about
Fucking logical, intelligent people like you even question your sanity.
yeah, and like I get it when you think about it, like I said, there are some scenarios that I see out that I can see myself in that can make sense. But then there's some other scenarios I'm just like I said, I question
And this is
myself.
the thing, like if you're infected and you're sick, you should wear a mask. That was their main thing. If you are sick, you should wear a mask, right?
Hmm.
So which is logical because anytime I've ever went to the hospital during flu season, they're like, "Oh, just put on one of these for now, just in case if you have the flu or whatever." All right, cool,
Yeah.
makes sense, man, makes sense. I'll put it on. You don't know if I'm sick or whatever. It's gonna
Yeah.
protect you. I get it. But then when they tell you you don't know if you're sick, you could be sick and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
Now that just that the asymptomatic spread is what they were fucking hinging this whole fucking bullshit on. I mean,
Hmm.
don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people. One of my best friends and his wife, she's pregnant, just had corona the past 2 weeks.
Hmm.
None of my buddies, one of our buddies from We the People Radio, one of them. I mean, he had corona. He was still doing the podcast, and you saw him. But like, he got an HCQ or whatever, and he was fine in fucking 3-4 days.
Okay.
So listen, we know it's there, but it's like anything else. Some people get bronchitis real bad. Some people end up in the hospital. Some people get pneumonia real bad. So my father gets it so bad he ends up in the hospital every August.
Wow.
Okay. So like it's like anything else. Like if it was logical and I can protect another human being, I would do it. But in my head, like I ain't no beta bitch that I can't think for myself.
Hmm.
That like it doesn't make sense. If it, like, I've said it 1,000 times, if it made sense, my house would be saran wrapped and I'd be in fucking Epcot Spear around my house.
Oh, the bug tent?
Yes, and,
Oh,
and
yep.
there would be a moat of crocodiles so the coronavirus couldn't get past them. Okay,
Dude, I
so
I remember years ago, my neighbor across the street got their house bug like tented because of bugs. It's like the wildest shit. Like you see the entire house like tented, and they got the pumps running in there and everything. And
yeah, it's creepy as
it,
shit, right?
yeah.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Like right now, and then it doesn't even make sense because all right, let's go to the science. It's all
Hmm.
about science. We're at the highest we've ever been, and all the most restrictive governors just upped everything.
Yeah,
When
I think
we're
I
in the
think
middle of the summer, we're 5 people in New Jersey, five out of 9 million, five a day, right? We're getting the coronavirus. And that was
Mhm.
not, we need to get it to zero, which is a, excuse me, an irrational, unlogical number. Nothing's
Yeah.
at zero when it comes to the virus community. Nothing's ever going to be at zero. We're never going to eradicate it.
Yeah.
Okay. So why, when we're at the height, when they say everybody's dead, 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 Orange Man bad, he's making this all happen. Now Joe Biden's been in for what, 3 weeks, and 20,000 people have died. He's averaging about 7,000 deaths a week under his watch, right? So
Is
those
it?
deaths technically now are Joe Biden's fault, right? Because it's been Donald Trump's fault the whole time, right? Right?
Yeah. Did they wait? Is
And
that the new? Was
he's
that the
gonna
new
come.
stat?
He said he was coming with a plan, right? He
Hmm.
lost fucking 20 million vaccines. Lost them. Don't know where they are. We need it so bad, but he just
Wait, you're
fucking
talking like? Are you talking like lost or like those ones that have to be refrigerated that went bad?
no, like disappeared. Like stockpile disappeared. Don't know where they are.
Mm.
Yeah, stupid, right? And if the vaccines are so important, how do you lose them in refrigeration? Like wouldn't that be treated like it's a gold bar? Like you know where that thing is all the time, bro. You put it in your safe, you put it over here, you put it over there. You know where your gold bar is. If you have the
Yeah.
fucking elixir of life that's gonna save everybody things, you're like, it went up 6 degrees, we lost them. That's fucking 20,000 people that are gonna die, right? Then
Yeah.
they go, oh, we got a plan for Corona, and then he comes into office and he goes, yeah, there's really nothing much we can do to change the trajectory of what's going on right now. So we're just gonna have to let this, and we're looking to get more vaccines. So you literally just told us before the election that Donald Trump is a fucking murderer, fucking negligent. You're stupid, and you have the fucking master plan, Joe, who can't even tie his fucking shoes, but he's got the master plan. And then he comes out and then he goes, well, there's really nothing we can do to change what's going to happen over the next couple months. So we got to kind of let it ride its course. So which one is it? Were you
Yeah.
lying or were you not lying? What's that sound like to you, Mr. Drew?
I don't know, man. I think one of the things I look at too, it's like, granted, yeah, you said that, but then we also, I guess, on the uptick, we are seeing 2 to 3 more companies releasing their own version of the vaccine. So it's like, mm.
So, what do you mean you don't know? Take a
Huh?
stance, bitch.
Oh yeah, thanks, ass.
But listen, he said what he said. He's a fucking liar. You got to call a spade, bro.
Yeah.
And listen, did Joe Biden get all those vaccine companies to create these vaccines? Or is
I,
that just take over from the other administration?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you, man.
Well, yeah, I can tell you, Joe Biden hasn't been in office, and the vaccines have been underway, and they're here. So that's not any of his doing. Now he just has to be the distributor. He's the drug dealer. The Colombians already made the cocaine. He's the one moving it through Mexico. That's all it is, right?
I love how you immediately just go to cocaine when talking about a vaccine.
This says hope dealer, not dope dealer. All right,
Mhm.
guys. But like I just try to bring it back to stuff I understand, Drew.
Yeah, yeah,
I move that weight, son.
yeah. Oh God, won't get us arrested.
Mhm. I've been trying my whole life not to get arrested, Drew.
Mhm. That's good.
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I had a hiccup a couple weeks ago, but what do you get?
Almost, almost.
Whatever. Fucking people want to call shit on me for being American. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I'll do it. This is how I roll. I believe.
Yeah,
I believe it, man.
yeah. That's wild, dude.
Yeah, it is wild. It's like the fucking SS showing up at your house.
Oh God.
You
What
know,
happened? Didn't that Oh, you don't watch The Mandalorian, do you?
dude. I don't, but you see, Gina Carano got canceled.
Yeah. It
She's so
sucks, man.
so I love her. She's like the hottest MMA fighter in the beginning, right?
Yeah, I remember. And then it was heartbreaking when she fought Cyborg.
Yeah, well, I know. I know. You're just like, oh, real pretty girl fighting somebody who is not gonna could fight bad. You know? And I'm not trying to be a jerk. Like I've seen her pick up Tito Ortiz like in a full blow triangle and like slam him on like a video.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
she's
She's
capable.
yeah, yeah. That sucks, man. I
I don't
mean, like I
want
said, I'm
her.
not a big Star Wars guy. I like the show, and then I heard like she got kicked off. I'm like, sucks, but I don't know.
Why'd she get kicked off?
It was a tweet that she had sent out.
That
Um,
she was comparing stuff to Nazi Germany, right?
yeah, but then they're saying like that
The
guy,
co-star, the Spanish dude.
the main guy, like he'd sent out like a post that was even worse, like a couple weeks prior, and like he's still on it. So
But now, question. I'm
mhm.
just trying to say, we're spitballing here. We're spitballing. We're trying to
Yeah,
see what happened.
yeah,
What's so bad about that tweet?
yeah.
I'm asking. Like, I don't know. From my end, I don't see nothing wrong with
Well,
it.
I
You're
read
just
it.
stating historical facts.
Yeah, so I read the tweet, and like I said, I mean, personally, to me, like I didn't think it was that bad, and a lot of people were saying like freedom of speech, which is correct. She has her freedom of speech, but then at the same time, like Disney, someone as who employs her also has the right to be like, well, we don't associate ourselves with that, so like they can cut her loose. But then at the same time, it doesn't make sense that like she could say that, and then Pedro could say something which I thought was maybe a little bit more intense, and he's still like on the show.
Double
But
standards, rules for thee, not for me. And I just think it's funny because, like, Disney, you're calling me with your standards when you've been a cult practice and you're fucking you've had Nazis in your organization. Is that why you're a little butthurt? Because you don't want nobody to know what you guys are really about?
yeah.
You go down that rabbit hole, Drew.
Mm,
But what I'm saying, like Walt Disney was into all the occult and all that witchcraft and all that other shit, and there was like who was big into the occult, the Nazis,
yeah. Don't they
right?
say like Walt Disney's head's like frozen somewhere?
Probably in
Yeah.
fucking Berlin.
I don't think it was a Mythbusters show. It was something I saw on like Sci-Fi or something where they said like once he got sick, he had his head cryogenically frozen and
Yeah,
stored away.
it's probably in Antarctica where we can't fly and can't find it.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Dude, do you want to get frozen?
Would I want to get frozen? No,
Yeah.
I fucking hate the cold. Melt me.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like I don't even like when my feet get cold. I don't even like stepping in the snow, man. Yeah,
Honestly, when I
I don't even
snowblow and
wet
my hands
sock.
get
I
cold,
don't even like wet sock.
no, that's the worst. You get your socks on, you walk around the kitchen, you step in a wet spot,
Happened to me this afternoon. That's why I was saying it.
like furious.
Dude, so pissed because my kids, they're kids, so they literally like walk right through the biggest snow pile and just like don't even take their shoes off and like walk right in. There's like little foot chunks of like snow, and I'm like, motherfuckers. My hardwood floor. I'm like, you son of a bitches.
I took my daughter out like during a snowstorm, and I took her in the backyard. I had like a little sled I can like pull around the yard in. So now
Yeah.
it's like a rocky workout because it's like 3 feet of snow. I'm pulling a sled. I'm trying to run, so I'm like
Yeah.
hiking and runner, and I'm
How
just
long
like,
did
oh,
that last?
Well, it was good, and Jess was taking a video, so I'm like, all right, fuck this. I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna stand in a spot and like just spin and like
Spinner.
swing the sled around, like have like that. So that was like 5 seconds until the sled caught a lip and just completely like toppled over. And
Right?
my wife's like, I got it on tape. I'm sending it out to the family. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, no, 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 no. So
Oh, that's perfect. That's
yeah,
real
that ended it right
life.
after that. So yeah.
Listen,
See,
that's life though, bro. That's how it should be.
yeah, so yeah, that kind of ended sledding for a little bit. So I'm like, all right, who wants French toast? Let's go in the house.
French toast.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. That's the only way to make up for that. So
It's hard because like when they're her age, like
mm,
my two older ones like finally just started like wanting to suit up and get outside and like stay out there for a little bit.
yeah.
Where it like takes them 20 minutes to put everything on, but now they're getting old enough like where like you can get them their stuff and they just like need help getting their like 20 pairs of socks in their boot
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But then they go outside and they've been playing for like an hour here, hour there. But like the baby, you get him all suited up. He's like I said, Ralphie's little brother, like he falls in the snow and he can't like, he takes his gloves off right away and like starts grabbing the snow. And then within 2 seconds, he's like, because his hands are on fire.
Well, she plays with the puppy, so she's like putting her hands in the puppy's mouth, and the puppy grabs a glove and like takes off with it, or grabs
Yeah.
a shoe and takes off with it. So within a couple seconds, she's crying, and then the
Yeah.
glove's gone.
It's like
And
40 minutes of prep for 5 minutes of fucking hysteria.
yeah, yeah, and that's what I found.
It's
It's like,
probably
man,
the
she's out
worst
there.
investment you can make.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
I
no
mean,
return on investment on that one.
like if we still had our original house, like I used to like when I lived in Opaca, I lived on like a big hill, so you can
Yep.
just walk up and just sled. Like you can sled all day, like all night. But now it's like I'm on like a busy road. There's no hills by me, so it's like you gotta find somewhere, or I just gotta pull around the yard. So
Yeah. Well, when she gets older, you find someplace cool to just send it.
yeah, yeah. There's like a school up the road, and they got like a nice hill, so I can just run her up there. So
Yeah.
um, it's just shot.
Yeah.
It's it. It's hard.
So, what's it
Mhm.
called? I was what was I gonna say? So I was talking to our buddies at We the People, and they had this flat earther dude on
Uh-oh.
yesterday. I think the video just stopped, and James reached out to us, and he was like, "Yo, he's looking to do some different platforms." So I know me and you were talking a little bit. I might see if I can get him on and see his perspective on some things because I was listening. I only got about 10 minutes in, but he had some interesting arguments, and I would like to see how he would deal with your questions.
Oh, really?
Just
Okay.
because like you're very like this is this and this is this and this is
Hmm.
this and you're like cool, calm, and elected to me, and I'm like there's fucking aliens outside and we gotta mow them down with shotguns. Like I don't know,
I don't know, man. What are the odds that you think we're still gonna have Space Force? Do you think that's just done, or
dude. Well, this is what why'd you bring me down this way? This is
uh,
what I'm getting at. Like Joe Biden's administration, they asked what's her name, the circleback chick.
hmm
Okay, they asked her about Space Force. Like she like laughed at them, but like they haven't even talked to Space Force.
yeah,
Like you're the president of the United States. That's like saying like I've never talked to the Marine Corps yet. I mean, I know they're not on the same like they're a new thing, but that's like saying okay, I didn't talk to the Air Force fucking admirals or whatever they are,
hmm
captains or I think they might be generals in the Air Force, right?
yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so but like either way, like you did like you're 2-3 weeks in and you haven't even talked to all your branches of the armed forces,
Yeah,
and you're so worried about the
that's
the overthrow insurrected of the government.
yeah.
That's because you motherfuckers insurrected.
Wait,
I
not
know.
talking to Space Force, man.
Dude, they got all this shit, bro. Listen,
Yeah,
like we said, if there's a space force, the shit that Ronald Reagan was talking about Space Force.
really?
Yes,
How?
Star Wars projects. You never heard of that?
No, I never. What is that?
Oh, Drew, this is why we can't
Uh-oh.
same level sometimes. No,
I need like two screens so I can Google as you're like saying these
I
things.
know. If I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but no, Reagan, back in the Reagan era, there was Star Wars, it was called. And it was about, satellites being able to zap each other and do stuff and like basically like have like the death ray from like I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but like what do they call that big planet? The Death Star?
Yeah, that's sorry. Yep.
Yeah, like it was like kind of based off of that and all that stuff. So they were talking about this before me and you were born, basically.
Okay.
So you're gonna tell me that they didn't figure something fucking out if there is space up there and there is stuff going up there that they're not like we said it when we talked in the Mallet episode, like the amount of technology that we have in our hand.
Yeah.
They gave this to us, right?
So
What the fuck?
you think there's some crazy death ray out there?
What's that?
You think there's some crazy death ray just floating around out there?
I think that they have the capability to do because there's been stuff that's been dropped in the declassifications about like Tesla's death ray that he was talking about in like 1922 that he knew how to do and build and was like, okay, anything with a diesel engine or a gasoline engine could be shot down with a 1/10 of a millimeter laser up to 250 miles away. Nobody from China, anywhere. It'd be like a visible wall around the United States where they could just shoot down anything coming in. And that was in 1920. Then you got to think about the Israelis. What did they have? That iron shield is their defense
Oh,
system.
Iron Dome. Yeah, the missile system. Yeah.
Okay. So you have that. So like there's stuff out there. There's examples of what we have. So if Tesla was talking about this, and remember, Einstein called Tesla the greatest, the smartest human being in the world. Albert Einstein called Tesla the smartest human being in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. And most people recognize Einstein as the smartest human being, right? So
Yeah.
the smartest human being in the world said that this guy was smarter than him.
Yeah.
And he
Well,
could
yeah.
with him in certain
I
things.
mean, I'm sure we have plenty of like technology out there, and I mean, you've seen examples of it, just for like intercepting any type of threats, whether it be death rays, missiles, anything. I mean, you see it now. You see it on battleships. You see it.
Dude, we have fucking printers that we can put into our house, once again, that they gave us that print 3D shit.
Yeah.
You could like hook it up to this little think box that we're talking on right now.
Mhm.
And then I can print this.
Yeah.
Polar black cherry. Very good sensor.
Yeah. There you go.
So
Go
Polar,
print yourself another drink.
we would like your sponsorship because my family drinks a lot of this. And I will share with Drew because I love him.
Yeah, what's it? Oh, black cherry. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Black cherry, nothing wrong with a little black cherry.
Mhm.
I like black cherry soda too.
Yep.
How about you?
Anything black cherry. What my daughter's got a gift bag for Valentine's Day from daycare, and they had warheads in there.
Oh, black cherry warheads.
Black cherry warheads.
Gotta love them.
Dude, do you remember atomic warheads?
Yes.
I remember we had like a challenge in high school. So, like, how many atomic warheads can you fit? Can you put in your mouth? Can you eat it once? I remember I got up to like 6 or 7 like atomic warheads, and actually burned all the taste buds off my tongue.
Oh yeah, no, dude, that would do it to you. See, like I'm not a big sour person, and
Yeah.
I mean I would eat them.
Yeah.
I like the chewy warheads, like like the Lappy.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Yep.
good too, but like I liked warheads, but I'm more of like a gummy bear person.
Okay, I respect it.
Yeah,
Like Sour Patch Kids and stuff like that. Like those are right in the middle.
I'll do Sour Patch Kids. That's about as soury as I go.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like. I'm more of like a gummy cherry person. Bringing it back to the black cherry, gummy cherries.
Gummy cherries.
That's kind of more my speed.
You're the Swedish fish guy too?
Nah, they get in my teeth too bad.
Oh, okay.
But my mom loves them. Gunner eats them. I usually have like a couple here, but not here. I'll eat them,
Yeah.
but they're not my go-to.
Until they pop out a filling.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
Take it out.
Yep. Yeah.
So what do you got going on? Are you going away this weekend?
We don't know yet, man. Like we forgot it's like Valentine's Day, so Valentine's Day. It's like another one. So who knows? I might do something here.
The best holiday for men ever.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure your wife's the same way. My wife's pretty cool. She's just like, yeah, we could just chill and like, we don't have to go like.
That's bitch code talk, bro. You cannot. Because you're like, oh, I thought we were just chilling. You're like, well, you didn't at least get me a flower. You didn't at least get me a candy. You didn't at least get me. And you're like, but I thought we weren't doing like what you said. We're not doing anything. I think
The
we're
words
doing
that came out of your mouth said that we were just chilling. I thought that's what it meant. I don't
it.
speak Spanish.
I know, dude. Like, I literally like. I think me and Rand are gonna go get pedicures because my feet are getting a little gravelly.
You got those hobbit feet.
Yep, I'm going. I usually keep them
Yeah.
fresh too because I'm barefoot all the time, so I can't have some nasty, scraggly feet walking
Oh,
around.
dude, my feet are jacked up, man. I straight got goblin feet.
Listen, I wasn't gonna say anything, but you need a pedicure too.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe I'll go with you guys. So
Whatever.
make it super awkward.
Third wheel.
Yeah, third wheel. We're gonna go bottle of champagne. Just be like, yeah, just get my toes done. Nothing weird.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think I care? Zero. Rand might care. I don't care. I'll be like, Drew's coming.
You brought Drew on our freaking pedicure date. He's in the neighborhood. I didn't know what to do, man. He said he's bringing champagne.
He said he's bringing champagne and his fucking feet are jacked up. I cannot deny this man a pedicure.
Yeah. It's so funny talking to like some of like my younger friends about like Valentine's Day. I'm like, oh, what do you got going on? They're just like, oh, we're gonna do dinner, then we're gonna get massages, do all that stuff. I'm like, dude, just wait, man. Just wait. Like when you guys get married and have kids, you don't have time for that shit, man. Like you just
Listen, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's cool. If you can do it, you can do it. But like, I'm just not a big holiday person altogether. Like, that's just not me. And it is for some other people. And like, if that's your thing, cool. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't think there should just be like one day you celebrate life. Like, I mean, like, I like a good time. I like a good party. Like, but I just like. Why can't we just have fucking that much fun on a Tuesday?
Yeah. It's like I think a lot of people like I've heard like a couple people say recently like shit like that should just be random. Like, like random like Tuesday night, like you get home from work early, you get home from the gym early, and just be like, oh fuck it, let's grab a beer and like, some burgers or something, like chill for a little bit, like, or if your kids are away for the night, like on like a random like Friday, Saturday night, like, oh, let's just go out and grab like a movie or something, like, I think that's always like better.
Yeah, because it's more organic.
Yeah.
It's not like you're like, oh, I have to plait this and I have to lay the rose petals down. And like, I guess me and you aren't really romantic, smooth motherfuckers.
No, because if I lay out rose petals, I gotta vacuum that shit up. I ain't putting that shit out.
And I ain't fucking up my Dyson because you need some rose petals in there. That's expensive,
Yeah.
I'm looking for practical.
Yeah, I can get down with that. So.
Yeah, nah, dude, I get it, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, you want to show the people that you care about that you appreciate them, but like I feel like it's more impactful when it's just like it just happens out of nowhere. They're not expecting it on a certain day or something like that. So.
No, and that's what I think too. But I would hope that they know that I appreciate them because I show that I appreciate them every day by supporting life. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm a douche, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. So, but I mean, it's nice to do something nice for your significant other. But it's like when you get the bro day.
Yeah.
Right. I know we're douches.
My bro day is every Saturday.
Did you ever see that meme where it's like bros Valentine's Day, BJ's and steaks? I'm good. I'm like that guy is a fucking genius.
I've never seen like another one where it's like guys want only one thing and it's disgusting. It's literally two guys like no-gi, like choke, like one's on the guy's back, like choking him out. Like that's it. That's it.
We're simple creatures, man.
Yeah, we are.
Little drinks, little steak, you're good.
Don't make it inappropriate.
Listen, I only have one speed, buddy. It's inappropriate.
Yo, how you liking that new Cypher gi, man?
Did you wear it yet?
I'm wearing it tomorrow, Friday? Friday I'm wearing it.
All right. Yeah, no, I wore it today. I trained in it, but I've been teaching in it for like taught in it the other day too. It's nice.
Dope, man.
It's so nice. Everybody's like, look at that gi. I'm like, I know, I'm pretty gangster. Thank you.
Precious.
Like I said, it's like a new smoking jacket. I need like a pipe with it.
I know, man. It's like
Hefner in it.
Yo, forget about the 3-piece suit, man. That fresh gi day, like,
That orange pops off of it real nice.
I'm liking that. I wasn't sure about the color scheme at first, but then once I saw it, I'm like, yeah, this is
On
sick.
your chocolatey skin, it looks even
Oh
better.
yeah, oh yeah. The orange just pops against the caramel like so nicely. Like
Oh, you're like a Rolo.
yeah, that's right. Same thing with the dust off, man. That like olive green. I'm like, look
Yeah,
at me,
it is
so
nice.
damn,
I know
look so damn good.
it is nice. I like the olive green too. That's a good color.
Yeah, yeah. I'm waiting for that next one, the 3/4 sleeve. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I want to get me some. I gotta get a hoodie too.
Got it, man.
I know
But,
it's nice.
I've already washed that hoodie like 6 times. I'm getting puked on and peed on. So
Dad
yeah,
life.
yep.
Hashtag.
Literally took my hoodie out of the wash today, put it on, I picked up my daughter. She was in my lap. I'm sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden I just feel like myself. It just feel like getting hot. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is like my stomach and like lap getting hot? And like picked her up, and then there's just pee, and I'm like, pulled off the hoodie, threw it back in the laundry basket. I'm like, good. Lasted like 20 minutes.
I know. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard being a father some days.
Yeah, and it's just I go in my closet now. It's like the same like stack of t-shirts that I just circulate over and
Yeah.
over again.
Rotate them.
Yeah, because I'm
Rotate.
like these are always getting messed up and dirty and messed up, and I don't want to wear any of my nice shirts. Like I'm pretty sure I have like 3 or 4 Roll Junkie shirts that I haven't worn yet because I'm
Yep.
afraid like they're gonna get like messed up. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll save these for like a nice occasion or something.
These are my going out t-shirts.
Dude, they really are, man.
No, bro, I know.
Dude, last time the kids were away for a night, we went to a pasta shop up the street, and I'm like, oh, I'm going out. Like, what am I gonna wear? Like jeans and like the
Long
red
sleeve
roll
road.
junkie, the red one that they came out with.
Yeah.
Like, pulled that out, like snapped it out, like put it on. Like I was snapping a cape, like snapped it, like put it on. Like did like 3 spins in the mirror. I'm like,
You
oh
did it
damn,
now?
yeah,
Yeah. Dude, well, that's like me. It's like, oh, I'm going out and get the long sleeve roll junkie out. I'm like, oh, yep, there we go.
yep,
It's nice, looking sharp. All
yep.
right.
You go to like a nice restaurant, everyone's in blazers, roll junkie t-shirt. I'm like, I know I look good. I know I look better than all these motherfuckers in here. Like,
Exactly. That's right.
yeah, yeah. So,
So,
yeah,
guys, if you want to look as fly as us, rolljunkie.com, 2 Live Fools, 15% off your entire order.
yep. So they just launched the Cypher Gi navy blue with orange shrimp. Check out the NJ MMA website to see my dude rocking the gi there. It's looking pretty
Yeah.
good.
Check out the Instagram. And me
Yeah,
and we'll have an Instagram shoot up hopefully in the next week or so of the new gi. So
yep. Go
check
probably
us
get
out.
that done.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe and share. That appreciate it. That helps us out a lot. Helps us get the word out about the fools.
Yep, and check out the YouTube page. We got the Stephen Mallet interviews up there. Check them out, guys, and then I'll be dropping some of the other ones on there. So let us know what you think. Leave some comments, and yeah, that's it, brother. Hope dealer.
Hope dealer. That's what I'm talking
All
about.
right,
And then
man.
bam, man, the myth, the legend. Pow.
All right, man. We'll finish your seltzer, get some sleep, and I'll see you soon, buddy.
All right, Joe. Good talking to you, Boa.
All right, peace.
Later.